Few things from the Disney era of Star Wars have landed nearly as well as the character played by the late British actor Ray Stevenson, who played Baylan Skoll, a former Jedi Knight turned mercenary. Ahsoka's premiere episode on Disney Plus had Skoll and his student, Shedhadi, arriving on a New Republic cruiser. Skoll quickly established himself as a bit of a show stealer. Given that the show features the live-action premiere of Grand Admiral Thrawn and the complete comeback of Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker, it's important to consider the almost universal excitement surrounding Baylan Skoll. Why did so many Star Wars enthusiasts find solace in this mercenary who was lost in the midst of the galaxy's darkness and light? I believe it's because, as fans, we are equally weary of the proverbial bullshit of the Empire. Despite being disowned by the Jedi and not affiliated with the Sith, Baylan Skoll is a seeker. He is looking for something more profound than the ongoing holy war that pits the Jedi against the Sith, the Republic against the Empire, and the First Order against the Resistance throughout the galaxy. Skoll now realizes that there is an endless cycle at play here. Wearied, he wants to know why this is going on and whether there is a way to get off this spinning disco. Baylan Skoll tells his apprentice, "I watched everything, the Jedi Temple. I knew Burn when I was a bit older than you are now. It was beyond my comprehension at the moment. Looking back at history as you become older makes you realize that it's all inevitable. The fall of the Jedi, the rise of the Empire," he said. "It keeps happening over and over." This dude is extremely worn out. You can hear the furious boredom in Baylan's voice, which is a testament to Stevenson's acting throughout Ahsoka. It's difficult to avoid thinking of Baylan Skoll as a neutral figure, the elusive gray Jedi concept that has long been bandied about among Star Wars enthusiasts. In this group, Jolie Bindo, Vergir, Cade Skywalker, and even Revan come to mind. Baylan is not your typical Star Wars villain due to his reserved manner, soft-spoken voice, and methodical application of force. He murders a ship full of New Republic troopers, although he doesn't seem to find pleasure in doing such things. Drawing this conclusion makes sense given that Stevenson didn't see Baylan Skoll as a villain at all in the background. "You're the villain here, Ray?" showrunner Dave Filoni said in reference to Stevenson during their brief arguments, and his response would be, "I don't think so." "I know you don't think so, but you are," I said. "I adore the way you're acting like you're not," which is precisely how Baylan approaches things. I questioned my family in the van on a lengthy drive home after Thanksgiving if they thought Baylan Skoll was a villain. It was an unusual response. Neither did my wife, nor did my little girl. Both appear to be adamant that a figure needs to have some sort of evil plan in order to qualify as a villain. You must respond to that by defining what evil is, because Baylan stands in direct opposition to the protagonist, Ahsoka, Hera, and Sabine. I contended that he is a villain. With the exception of Sabine, the heroes of the Ahsoka trilogy are attempting to keep Thrawn in exile, so he cannot pose a threat to the New Republic. Well, that's a goal. If there's one reason Baylan Skoll is happy to unleash chaos and violence across the galaxy, it's to reach Peridea and look for the gods of Mortis, or the source of the Force. Although he is politically agnostic, his disregard for life and death makes him unethical. In summary, we know what is bad or evil because we are born with an understanding of what is good, and we choose to corrupt it for any reason we can think of. This is similar to C.S. Lewis' explanation of good and evil in Mere Christianity Chapter 1.